So, my name is Andy Robinson, and this is my coming out story. So, ever since I was young, I always knew, like, I like guys. I always thought guys were cute. Oh, I mean, I like girls too. Like, for some reason, I had the biggest crush on this girl named Maggie, and, that didn't work out, of course. And my father always knew I was gay. I mean, I always showed the signs. I was very articulate, very, like, girly. I liked a lot of girl things. I talked like the average gay guy, and I walked a certain way, and I sat in this way and that way. So I started actually like acting out on these like feelings, last year. I started telling people, oh, I like boys, and you know, um, I told a lot of my friends that I was bisexual, and they were like, oh, okay, whatever, and like, yeah, and I used to get like teased a lot because I acted gay, and I used to say, oh no, I'm not gay, but I mean, I always knew I liked guys, but nobody wants that like to be on their like record, like, oh, Andy's gay, he likes guys, but yeah, so let's see, like last summer, like I told like everybody in my neighborhood, and my brother, not my brother, my friend, I told her, and somehow I got to like all around the block, and it was like whatever. I mean, I really didn't care. Like they're not gonna like mess with me, but like I was expecting it to stay in the realm with the kids, but somehow I got to the kids' parents, and the parents know my parents, and their parents know my parents. So I was like, oh gosh, because my father was like, Andy, why are these adults coming to me saying that you're gay and you like guys? I don't know, and I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he said, Andy, you can tell me if you're gay. I'm like, well, I'm not. I'm straight. Don't worry. But I was really gay. And one day, my father, he sat me down and with my stepmom, and they both asked me, and said, Andy, do you like men? And I was like, no, I don't like men. I'm straight. You don't have to worry about it. Why do you keep asking me these questions? And they knew I was gay, but they wanted to hear it from me. And I was like, yes, I'm gay. And I was like, leave me alone. I didn't want to stay there and talk about this because nobody wants to talk about this with their parents. I mean, it's a hard subject. And they were like, oh, Andy, if you tell me you're gay, I still love you. Nothing will change. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And they just said I couldn't leave, and so I told them I was gay. So finally, like an hour and a half later, I was like, fine, I'm gay. Happy? Can I leave now? And they were like, no, let's talk about this. I'm like, what's to talk about? And they were like, so how do you know you're gay? I'm like, what do you mean how I know I'm gay? I mean, I like guys. I mean, okay, this doesn't take a genius to figure it out. But you're gay if you like guys. And they were like, are you sure? I'm like, yes, I'm sure, okay? And then my father was like, okay, my son's gay. I'm like, okay, whatever. And then like a couple of days later, like, oh, hell broke loose. Like my father would make fun of me. He would just like, he would say if I wasn't like in this relationship, I would be the woman in the relationship, and I would be the one receiving the present, as they say. And I was like, why are you saying these mean things? I'm your son. You're supposed to respect me, just like I'm supposed to respect you. And he was like, well, I'm the adult. I can do whatever I want. And I was like, whatever. And he would make me cry. Like, he told me that never to bring a boy home with me. Like, he doesn't want me holding hands with anybody. And I was like, okay, whatever. And that's your opinion on life. And, my stepmom, she didn't have a problem with this. She was like, she didn't talk about it, but she just like agreed with my father without actually agreeing because she didn't say anything. And like the last cake was in like my father was like, that he didn't want me, he couldn't see me getting married or having a boyfriend or having a lover in my life or a partner. So yeah. So, yeah, that's the reason I'm in foster care. Coming! That's the reason I'm in foster care, because, he couldn't accept me, and other reasons too, and that's a big part of my identity. But, I'm gay and I'm proud, and I don't care what anybody else thinks, so, okay, bye.